Hello and welcome to my updated tutorial for the ATST. It's been 10 years since I last made one, so I thought it was about time to make an update. This one's slightly bigger, so there is that to keep in mind, but I think it's important for the details. This is the entire block list. If I've missed any, please make sure to write it in the comments, but I'm pretty sure this is correct. If you like this kind of content, in other words, Minecraft, please, leave your feedback. I understand that my channel's recently been about No Man's Sky, but I don't want to limit myself to just that singular game. I'm a very creative person and I like to make things in basically any game that allows me to do some kind of creativity. So if you want to support that, just please say something in the comments and I'll start doing tutorials in every other game that has creativity in it. Okay, let's start the tutorial. So first off, we're going to place the feet and we're going to grab a polished andesite full block. And I've made this little guide here. So you want the feet with 5 blocks in between them. And that's the center of the foot right there. So 5 blocks in between from the center. Next up, we need the polished andesite stairs. And you'll need 2 support blocks. So 1 support block here, another one there. And then you're going to place the stair upside down like that. Next up, we're going to put the stair on this side. And a stair on this side. And then do the outside as well. Like that. And now we're going to do the top, which is a polished andesite slab. And then do the back as well, which is on the top of the block. And then do the same on the opposite side. Now we'll do the dead coral, dead tube coral, which is that one there. And we want to put these just here and here. Now, if your build is on a surface that those can't be placed on, then don't worry about them. You don't actually need them necessarily, but I think it just adds to the making the foot look more curved. Now we're going to do the kind of spike that's on the end, which is using the grindstone. Now I can go on to the legs. So first off on the legs, we have polished tough wall, and we're going to do 2, one on top of each other. And the same on the opposite side. And now we're going to use a lodestone as our kind of pivot point. And now we're going to add the kind of, this is sort of like a spring, I think. Yeah, it looks like a spring on the actual ATST. So we're going to do one there, and one there. So kind of make a backwards R shape, or I suppose an R shape from this side. And now we're going to grab some polished andesite again, and we're going to do that one and that one. So on top of the lodestone and on top of the tough wall. Now I'm going to put some andesite walls just here, one on top of each other, on top of that first smooth andesite, like that. And we're going to grab the polished tough now and do 2 of those. Next up, we're going to grab the polished deep slate and put one on top of the pile that we've got there going. And finally, we're going to use a chiseled tough brick on top of that pile again. Finally, we're going to do that little back bit there. So we need a polished tough wall, which goes on the top slot. And we'll need the andesite wall, which goes on the bottom one there, and in line with those 2 blocks there. So do the same on the opposite again. Now we're going to do these 2 here, and then we'll do these half slabs. So polished tough blocks. We'll do 1, 2, 1, 2, and then we'll do this half slabs on top and on bottom like that on both sides. Now next up, this looks like a full block, but it's not. This is actually an inverted stair. You can see inside. And what we're going to do that is we need a support block. So we need the support block on the outside. So we need it there. And we'll need another one over here. So you can use any support block you want. And we'll place that stair upside down against that block. And delete the support block because we don't need it anymore. Next up, we're going to grab the dropper. And we're going to face it down. So to do that, we'll need another support block. Just there. And there. And then we just come underneath and aim up at that just there. You can do it before you do this if you want, but you can still do it with like this, so that's no problem. We'll get rid of those support blocks again. And now I'm going to do this front little bit of armor and then that button. So I'm going to grab the button now. And so we'll do the armor first. So you'll need, you'll need 2 support blocks out here, like that. So another one on this side, like that. And then the bottom one is, the bottom one is a normal stair. So like that. And then this one's an inverted stair. Same on this side. Normal stair, inverted stair, and get rid of our support blocks. Now we need to do that button. So the button goes on the outside of the hopper. Hold shift or control, depending on where you have it mapped, for your crouch. And then right click. And then that stops you from opening the dropper. And same on this side, like that. You also want to hold space when you do that as well. Otherwise you'll just go down like that. Now we'll do these andesite walls that are basically like our final link, and this is why we do this inverted stair, so that the wall doesn't connect to that and it kind of gives us that bit of leg. This is also why I went with this scale rather than the older one, which was kind of, well, the old one was actually correct scale, I believe, and then this is double scale, but it means that we can have these extra little details which are cool. Next up we're going to put polished deep slate, and that's going to go all the way through like this. And now we're going to grab our polished andesite and our blast furnace, and we'll put the polished andesite in the middle and the blast furnaces either side. Now we're going to go grab the polished andesite slabs and stick those across the top. And we're also going to grab the buttons, and then again holding shift or control depending on which one your crouch is, and space at the same time, you're going to place those buttons. Just like that. Now we're going to do the underside. So it's 6 polished deep slate there, and then 2 coming out the front. Oops, and make sure to, when you do it on the blast furnace, you can either place a support block there and do it like that, or you can hold shift or control and space and place on the bottom of the blast furnace. I'm going to fill in those and put those front ones on. Now we're going to put the stair, and we're also going to grab a full polished deep slate. I'm going to put the stair here and here, and then put that polished deep slate in. And now we're going to add a stair upside down here and here, and then normal way up here. I believe that's correct, or is that wrong? Nope, that's wrong. Sorry, that one goes upside down as well, like that. And then we're going to go and grab, yep, it's still the same block, and then we're going to grab one of these deep slate tiles. So deep slate tile stair and deep slate tile. And the normal full block goes on top of that one. And then the tile stair goes like that. Now we have the neck of the ATST. And next we're going to place the 2 anvils. So 1 anvil there facing that direction like that. Another anvil like that. Now I'm going to do the bottom bit here. So you see how it's 6 blocks again, and then it's over the top of this stair. So there, and like that. And then we're going to do another 6. And this time we're going to do andesite, smooth andesite. So I'll do 6 in front of those. Like that. Now we're going to place an upside down stair here. Which is right here. And the same on the opposite side. And now we're going to grab stone. And we're also going to grab another polished andesite. And the polished andesite goes here, here, and here. And then over the top of that, we have a N shape of stone, like that. And we're actually going to replace this one here with a polished andesite stair, upside down, like that. And now we can place the andesite wall all around. So we have ones going across like that, so we place 6 of them down like that, and then underneath that, and underneath the wall, underneath that, and underneath the wall like that. And that creates a kind of like tapered look to our front of the ATST. Now I'm going to do the gun. This is basically like almost like a full circle, but just missing that last piece. So we need to place them the right way up, and we can use these stairs, these walls as our base. So like that, then like that. And then we just need the polished blackstone slab. And yes, those are polished blackstone. If you don't have polished blackstone, then you can use the slate. Right, next up, we're going to do a kind of 3 by 3 by 3 cube, but missing out that middle one. So it's in line with the full blocks here. So like that, and then we'll miss out that central piece like that. Next up, we're just going to fill in these blocks behind, and these are just, again, polished andesite, like that. And now we're going to place one in the middle, like that. And we're going to go ahead and place, what's this? Deep slate tile. So deep slate tile there and there. And this is to make the eyes dark. If you don't like the fact that it's showing out the side here, you could go ahead and use polished andesite instead. And you won't have dark eyes, but it'll potentially look nicer on the sides. So now we need to place the eyes, basically. So the polished andesite slab, and we'll need a polished andesite full block, like that. And the slabs either side, like that. Now we're going to place slabs on the top here. Polished andesite slabs, like that. And we're going to place 3 more there, and then do the back ones like that. And we're going to start filling out this back as well. So you see that we have one more layer, which is basically a 2 by 3 or 6 blocks like that, and then a 1 at the bottom there. So 6 blocks like that, and 1 at the bottom there. And now we're going to place lodestones, and the lodestones go here and here. And then we're going to finish off the bottom of this with the polished tuff slab, like that. And now we have the back of our ATST done. So now we're going to do the sides, and that is andesite and andesite wall. So the andesite goes as 2 blocks there and 2 blocks there. And then we have a set of 4 blocks there in like a square pattern, and then 2 underneath like that. So 2 underneath, 4 blocks in a square. Next up, we're going to do the weapons. So the side weapons, that is. And we're going to place a circle, but with 1 full block like that. And then we're going to place a polished andesite slab. Polished andesite wall. And our reference is, it's just above this. So let's go over to this. And we know that the upside down one goes there. Right way up one goes there. Upside down there. and the full block there, and then the andesite wall there. Then on the opposite side, it's a different design again. So it's an upside down stair, and it's in line to diagonally to this one down here. And then we have the chiseled tough brick, and a couple of polished deep slate slabs, and then our andesite wall. So remember our reference, this here, and we're going to place that upside down and in line with that. Then it's our chiseled brick, chiseled tough brick. And now we want our polished deep slate, one on top of each other, and then finally our andesite wall. And now the final step is we need some basically weapons here. And we have two options. So if you don't want to get wither skeleton skulls, or you're in the process of building and you just want to get it looking relatively good, you can use the polished deep slate slabs like this, or you could potentially do them like that, or you can obviously do them one like that as well. And they all kind of relatively good ways of doing it, but personally I would go and get the skulls and place them like that. And then finally, we just want to cover up those side panels with light grey banners. So like that, and like that, like that, and like that. And there is our finished ATST. So if you enjoyed that and you want to see more Minecraft stuff, please leave a comment and just say, it'd be great. And go and have a look at some of my other videos in No Man's Sky. They're kind of more Star Wars related videos. As you can tell, I really love Star Wars. So all that's left to say is consider subscribing, and if you like my content, go for the subscription, and thank you for watching.